Gentlemen, welcome to the Russell Brand Show. Actual Slash. Hello, Slash.
Hey.
Thank you, mate.
What's happening?
You alright there?
Yeah, I'm just sorting it out.
You look bloody fantastic, if I can say so. I'm a heterosexual man,
I've
but...
been wearing these same clothes for... Well, no, I changed my shirt, but my bag was lost for a little bit there, so I've been wearing these pants for 3 days.
Really? Yeah, you're carrying it off.
Yeah.
You know,
they look better after a couple of days, I suppose.
Yeah, I suppose like after a while they start to form to the shape of your legs. There's certainly no hygiene problem at all. You seem fantastic. And I bet... You know, judging from your autobiography, Matt's read it. I've only read a bit that was serialised in an English newspaper. But I imagine wearing the same clothes for a few days is not a massive problem for you.
Yeah, I've done it before.
Yeah. On accounts of, I suppose, like the horrors of addiction, sometimes you will just leave on the same clobber for maybe even a month.
It could be a while, yeah?
Yeah. Because, like, it goes out the window a bit, the personal hygiene while on drugs.
Everything goes out the window.
Yeah.
That's the problem with it.
Manners, that
Right.
goes out the window.
Yeah.
Human kindness.
Just observing anything other than what you happen to be hooked on.
Yeah. That's right, isn't it, with the old drugs? You know, that you pretty much soon prioritise drugs above all else. Nothing else really matters. Matt, who's a massive fan of Guns N' Roses, and you in particular, said that one of his favourite bits of your biography was, like, you used to see little imps running around your legs. Could you tell us a bit about that, please, Slash?
Oh, it was just... It's just a hallucinatory thing, you know. And I have to admit, I sort of enjoyed it, but it got the best of me at one point, and I sort of got out of hand, and I had to brush up with the law over it.
What? Hold on. Why? First of all, you liked the imps. You thought, I quite like having these imps.
Well, it got out of control, though. You know, I'd done it. I'd been through that before, and it wasn't too big of a deal. It was sort of fascinating, actually. But then there was one time where I just took it too far, and I actually thought they were trying to attack me, and I actually attempted to flee from them, and I was fleeing from nothing.
That's we're fleeing from nothing. How do you know when you've got away?
And I was in a resort hotel with absolutely no clothes on, and destroyed my room trying to get out of my hotel room, and then ended up on the resort grounds, running through there, and I managed to go into some room that a maid was cleaning and run the maid over in my haste, and she freaked out, and it was just a huge scene.
It's good to be able to run over a person without a car. To be able to run over a person.
Yeah, but she pressed charges for battery.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, or something like that.
That's a bit ungrateful. You'd have thought she'd be pleased with the
probably
anecdote.
Freaked her out. This long-haired naked guy coming out of nowhere.
Yeah, that can't be easy if we're just trying to clean a room. What were the... like, I don't want to bang on about the imps, but what were they like?
Well, I think I described it in the book that the best I could come up with off the top of my head at the time was these little sort of predator-looking guys.
Right. Oh, no.
The predator when he's using the cloaking device and he's gone all shimmery.
Yeah.
Shimmery little predator
cloaking. That's exactly what that is. Yeah.
I don't think I'd have liked that because at first
then
I
think obviously it got a little scary at that point.
Yeah. I can't... Like, with me, I've never had proper good hallucinations on drugs. I've always been more things just moving around a little bit. I was a bit of a heroin and crack addict myself, and I didn't have much luck with the hallucinations. It was
you know what it was from? It was from shooting coke.
Right, that'll do it. Yeah, that'll produce the cloaked imps. They'll come out of the woodwork once you start mainlining Charlie.
Yeah.
They'll turn up. Oh, well, it's lovely to have you back and on the level and everything. Because we don't use drugs now, no?
I haven't in a while.
Oh, congratulations. How long?
It's been 15 months.
Oh, well done, mate.
Wow.
Oh, nice one. What I wanted to know is, in the music industry, isn't there a bit of a vested interest in keeping, this is Matt's theory, in keeping musicians all doped up and addicted so that you can be manipulated?
I think that's not really. I don't know if you just said a myth or not, but yeah, I think that is a reality. Especially in the '70s, used to use drugs to keep people from realizing what was going on around them, and also keep them working.
Yeah.
I think Aerosmith was a great example of that back in the day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cheers.
It's a nice cup of tea being brought in. Slash, there you go. That's more like it. A cup of good old English tea.
No,
we put some heroin in it.
I think it is coffee. No, it's got Jack Daniels.
Because otherwise you might not see any
That's
imps.
how I used to do my coffee. Though.
Really? Bit of Jack Daniels. Why not? Other whiskies are available. Slash, the other thing that I'm quite interested about is when you was writing your autobiography, because I've just written mine myself recently.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, it's
What's
all
it
right.
called?
My Bookie Wook, bit childish, isn't it? But it is a reference to Anthony Burgess, Clockwork. You know, in Clockwork Orange, he's always going, oh, eggy wegs, gutty wats, all that sort of
I
stuff.
got you. Okay.
Yeah, so in
that
a way...
makes total sense.
Does, doesn't it? People take the piss and go, oh, yeah, you're childish. But I
Yeah,
go, well,
no.
am I referencing some high cultural novel? You know, and then who wins? Me. So, but in your, may I say, Bookie Wook, did you ever... Were there some things you thought, I won't put that in, that makes me sound out of order?
There was some stuff that I didn't put in. I didn't want to get opinionated about other people or use the book as a vehicle to sort of vent a lot of negative stuff. So there was a couple spots in the book where I think I went on a little too long. In a judgmental kind of way, and I ended up taking that stuff out.
Yeah, because it makes you feel bad. When you read it back, you think, how will that person feel when they read that?
I mean, I intended not to do that anyway when I was writing the book, but I think knowing that I could edit it later, I think I was just having artistic license with my own shit.
Yeah. Well, when I done mine, they goes, oh, just say everything because we can take it out later. But I think they do that to trick you.
No, well,
into
see, the thing is
in.
I had to stay on top of my book every step of the way, so I didn't want to have it. I never wanted to give it to them and go, oh, well, you can take this out, and I wouldn't trust them to do that.
No, me neither, because it's very difficult, isn't it? Because it's so personal to you, you can't hand it over to other people. So.
Initially, I didn't even think I was going to even have to write the book. I thought I was going to let somebody else do it.
Yeah.
And it didn't work out that way. I ended up having to write pretty much, like anything that looks like a quote for me is me writing. And then all the other stuff that makes it sound more like a story is the other guy writing.
You had someone into structure, because originally that was my plan, was to get someone in to like help with it. Yeah. But then when you read it, you go, "That's my life. You've ballsed it up."
Yeah, that's exactly how it was. I was so naive. I thought, well, we'll do the interviews. And then you just make a book out of it. I'll see you next Thursday.
Good luck.
And he sent me. I said, but send me the chapters. And so he sent me the first chapter. And I was like, oh, this is. Oh no, this is wrong. This doesn't sound. This is not me.
Yeah.
And I mean, the technically all the information was correct, but it just didn't sound like me. And so we had to go through that first chapter probably about 6 times.
Yeah.
And then finally it turned into one of those things that I have to write everything, and then we'll work around my writing.
Yeah, right, that's it. My one, I found like the bloke made me, like, when I sort of got back in the first chapter, it made me sound like a bit of an idiot.
Yeah,
now,
same here, especially because my first chapter was when I was a kid, so he reduced me down to the level of being someone that was about, I don't know, like that age.
Yeah.
And he thought, well, I thought that would read more like that time period. This makes me sound like an idiot.
Yeah, who needs that? For God's sake. You did a lot of your Bookie Wook nocturnally, didn't you, Slash?
Oh, it was all, because I was making a record
right
at the time. So we did the interviews late at night after the sessions. And then after the recording sessions, and then when I started actually writing the book, we were on the road. So I had to get on the bus. We do a show until about 11 or something. I get on the bus about midnight, right until about 6 or 7 in the morning, and then go on and do the next gig. And then same thing for, a month and a half or something.
Who are your heroes, Slash?
The Keith Richards, Jimmy Page, Angus Young, Joe Perry, Eric Clapton. I could go on and on and on.
Right, well, your is. So, like, I just thought, let's let Matt ask you a question, because you're his proper hero and everything.
Ronnie Wood. Right.
Okay.
On,
do you reckon Axel's read your book yet?
Oh, I know he's read it cover to cover at least a half dozen times.
Really?
He probably made someone else read it first.
That's the way he is.
He comes out all right of it.
I didn't have any reason to say anything negative about Axel. I talked about some negative issues or some factual stuff that actually happened, some events that went down, but I didn't attack his character because there's no reason for me to. I think everybody wanted me to, just to see what dirt I would, but I wanted the book to be as honest, and I also wanted to be an optimistic book as opposed to just, a negative dirt book.
Slash Burley people are coming here to take you away from us. They'll probably fill you up with booze to keep you on the treadmill. Thank you very much, Slash, for coming in.
All right, cheers.
Russell